Hey guys, today, very special day. We have Graham Hicks all the way from the UK. He's arrived on the 18th. Today is 21st, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's the Monday. We're about 11 days out from Big Dog. So he's come here from UK to compete in Australia at the biggest powerlifting competition on the planet. And we timed it so that he could have his last squat session here with me with the exact equipment that we're going to be using in competition. It's the same monolift, it's the exact same barbell. And his best squat so far in training is how much?
410.
410 kilograms. How many weeks ago was that? 2 weeks ago?
Probably 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And today we want to do a little bit better than that, whether we do a similar weight but better or a little bit heavier. I always like to go a little bit heavier. So that's the plan. We're going to take our time. We're probably going to spend the next hour warming up his shoulders. Look at the size of him. He's a great bench presser. A lot of people know that by now. So to bench press big numbers, you need a whole bunch of muscle mass to support that. One of the negatives with that is the mobility that you lose in the shoulders because there's just so much muscle mass to support his shoulders. So getting under a barbell is a little bit of a challenge. So we're going to spend probably about the next 20 minutes warming up his shoulders before we even get under a barbell. So stay tuned. We've got some great squats ahead. I'm going to be wrapping his knees for the first time. He is used to getting his knees wrapped, but that was something that was very important for us as well, is to get a feel for my knee wraps, because I'm going to be wrapping his knees on the day. And we want every advantage that we can. We are in it to win it, aren't we?
Of course.
Okay, so great day ahead. Let's do it. So a few external rotation exercises. We'll do some lat pull downs and we'll do some dumbbell presses as well. Rather than thinking of this as a stretch, we're going to take the muscles through their full range of motion, which is far more valuable than actually stretching the muscles. Rotator cuff muscles sit here, and that's what we're working. Have a look at the weight that we're using. It's just the first plate, there's nothing on there. Okay, stimulate, not annihilate. This is an activation. Okay, we're not trying to build.
I need lighter.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just movement right now. Okay, same with the lat pull down. On our upper body session, we're doing more than double this. But this is just to use the lats. Lats are a very important muscle for stabilizing the shoulder joint. Full hang, this is the stretch position. So it's taking the muscles through the full range of motion. Full hang, shoulder blades back and down in the back pockets. Back to the full hang position again. Okay, let's go do some shoulder presses.
You think that'd be the easy one?
You want the shoulder press? Let's see the strength, but this technique isn't about lifting the weights, it's about getting the position.
Hard work.
Yeah. So that was 12, we'll give you 20s now. Again, it's not heavy. Graham's best weight that he's pressed overhead is 220 kilograms. So this is only 20 kilo dumbbells. We're not trying to build these delts. We're just trying to get a weight respectable enough to get him in position. Okay, let's go 8 reps. Full stretch, pull it down. Pull it down. Good. 8 reps. Good. Exactly. Okay, right now this is serratus anterior raise. Basically light dumbbell, and he's pressing at 45 degrees out in front of him. This is a weight that this is an exercise that we normally do with a very light weight. But if we were to strengthen the muscles that we're targeting here, which is the serratus anterior, he will still do it a little bit heavier than that. But that is the target muscles, it's the serratus anterior. Those are the muscles that hold the shoulder blade in place the shoulder blade is a floating bone and it floats over the top of the rib cage. So the serratus anterior holds the shoulder blade flush against the rib cage. So we need that active as well. So we got serratus anterior raise, external rotations, and then just a push and pull exercise. We just did about 2 to 3 rounds of that. And that's a great warm up for the shoulders. For someone like Graham who has difficulty getting under a barbell, now we'll probably start trying to get under the barbell. Further out, like one finger. Whatever you can, but just hold it for a minute. Like you said, don't break it. Don't shove it hard, but just hold it for long, slow duration. We're going to go 420 today. Yeah, the best is 410.
High bar.
Huh?
High bar.
410 high bar. So now the goal is to switch it to low bar and to move it faster than what the 410 was.
Big session.
This is the first time you'll be tweaking the low bar in person.
Yeah, in person. He did low bar for the first time last week with 5 on 325. How many sets of that did you do? 2 sets?
I did 3.
3 sets of 5.
And then I
That's
did
the very first time you've ever done low bar.
Yeah.
And the weight looks very easy. And I'm anticipating that there's going to be about a 20 kilogram difference between low bar squat and high bar squat. So if you've done a high bar 410, I think that you got the ability to do 430 today. But that's why I want to put 420 on, so it moves fast. And we'll be able to tell if you get the 420 kilograms with how fast it moves, with whether or not you can do better than that on game day, which I'm hoping you can. That's good. Slow. Shove those knees out hard, shove those knees out hard, shove those knees out hard. Nice. One more, 2 more, 2 more. Shove those out, shove those out. Good. One more, one more. Shove it, shove it, shove it, shove it. Good. Good, that's it. Slowly, slow down, knees out hard, knees out hard, knees out hard. Good. Knees out hard, knees out hard, knees out hard. Good, one more. Knees out hard, knees out hard, knees out hard. Good. Hey, I might get you to try and stand out this much wider. That's feet straight. Knees out, slow. Knees out, slow. Yeah, come on. Knees out, slow. We've got 130 kilograms on the bar. He's done 1 set of that. Before that, he did 3 sets of 80 kilograms. That's how he warms up, and that's how I like to warm up as well. Lots and lots of sets at a very light weight to get warm and to master the position. We're focusing right now on moving the exact same speed that he's going to be moving at when the bar goes over 400 kilograms. So a big mistake that a lot of people make is while the weight is light, they just dump it really fast and they don't pay attention to the detail with the technique, in particular with the speed of the technique. So that's what we're going to be focusing on right now. So it's 130 kilograms. He's already done 1 set. We may do 2 more sets of this. And then we'll go up. And then as soon as we get to a decent weight, it'll just be single, single, single. And we'll be able to go up really, really quickly. So we're probably about, I'd say we've been warming up for about 40 minutes so far. 40 minutes and we've only got 130 kilograms on the bar. So I dare say it's probably going to be about an hour from now till we get to the top weight. But pay attention to all of these warm-up sets Pay attention to the speed that he's doing it with. He's got massive legs. He's kind of really just bouncing out of the position here. He's got a tight belt. He's got, sorry, not a tight belt, a loose belt. He's got loose wrist wraps just to familiarize himself with the technique of the equipment and the feel of the equipment. This is too light for knee wraps for him. On the next set, I'm going to introduce really light knee wraps. But check out his set now. Check out the speed. Check out the intention is the exact same intention that he's going to be placing with his top weight. You good?
Hey?
You good?
I thought we did too far that way, then too far that way. It's just fucking where it is.
We'll center it when it gets heavy.
Yeah.
A little bit wider, a little bit wider, a little bit wider. Good. Tension. Stay tight. Knees down, knees out, knees out. Slow. Yep. Good nice. Breath. One more. Slow. Knees out, knees out. Yeah. Good. Easy.
Fought or anything?
Okay.
No, I mean, we left it on the bench.
No, you're good. Just like nice, thing. Okay, so this is a lot earlier than Graham's used to for his knee wrapping. This is a very soft wrap, and I'm only putting, normally for myself I'd put 5 revolutions, but for Graham I can't get the 6th with the tension that I'm using. So it's just soft tension. So it's just like a nice knee sleeve. That's a comfort wrap. How's that feel? Okay?
Nice.
Nice. Won't be nice on the top weight.
I'd still go in and go, nice.
Singles.
Yeah, man, that's more like it.
Okay, let's do it. Wider. Good. Tight, slow, knees out, knees out. Good. Back in. Easy. And now, each set, we're going to wrap a little bit tighter. So we'll probably, what's that? That's 180. I'll probably just use those soft wraps for one more set. And then after that, we'll use the heavier duty wraps as we get super heavy. So basically, as we keep on going up and up and up, I want the weight to continue to look like that, so that we're really only working hard, you know, over 360 kilograms, or for those who speak American, over the 800-pound mark. That's when you're going to see that's when I'll accept a slight change in tempo on the way up, but otherwise they should be coming up the same speed as that every single set. Okay, happy with that? Good man. 270 kilograms on the bar. Now we're going to start with the heavier wraps. Still not as tight as what I'm going to go. Maybe I'll get 7 revolutions with these. Let's see. He's got big legs, so 7 might end up being 6. 6.
When the sun goes down on the river, it's time to chase the moonlight. I work hard every day for a working man's pay, but I'm letting loose tonight. I think I'm gonna rise up, riding high, ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Now I'm on the move, got nothing to lose, like a freight train off the tracks. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. I drift on the old Coe, snaking down through Cherokee. Wash my soul in the river, and that water's gonna set me free. It's time to rise up, riding high, ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Now I'm on the move, got nothing to lose, like a freight train off the tracks. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Come on up the mountain and set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Fire's bright on the hill tonight, you can feel it all around. Let's climb up to the highest point, and we all can scream it out loud. Come on up the mountain, come on up the mountain. Set yourself free, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Come on up the mountain, come on up the mountain. Oh, set yourself free. Oh, set yourself free. Ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Now I'm on the move, got nothing to lose, like a freight train off the tracks. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. I drift on the old Coe, snaking down through Cherokee. Wash my soul in the river, and that water's gonna set me free. It's time to rise up.
You're catching me out. I'm quite unfit. I'm puffing out, and I didn't even do that squat. That's kind of the screaming, the adrenaline, and all that. I get kind of excited back there. But that was quite exciting. That was a 400 kilogram squat, and he moved that really well. So that was the last warm up for today. Today's goal is 420 kilograms. We got the knee wraps on nice and tight just then, but I still have a little bit more in me. Not much more, just a little bit more. That was 9 revolutions on the knee wrap. But it was very hard for me to squeeze it in, so I know I can get it a little bit tighter, and he's handling it really, really nicely. A lot of the times you can't just go super tight on people's knees and expect that they can just squat more. But so far so good. He hasn't complained about the tension on the knee wraps. Hey Graham, how's it feel, the knee wraps?
Could go tighter.
Okay, great. So we're happy. So, I mean, the worst piece of feedback would be that hurts. Don't go any tighter than that. So we know he can handle as much of the equipment as possible. I dare say, even though I was watching that from behind, he sunk that. There's a lot of shallow squats happening in training. You know, I've been a culprit of that as well because it gets stressful at these loads. But let me see the replay on this one. Oh yeah, nice and deep, and yeah, nice and easy.
Lovely.
We've got one more set. We're going to switch it on a little bit more. Let's do it. I need 420 to show us that there's more in the tank, okay? Because I know there is, man. I know there is. So we're going to go like, start wrapping again in about 12 or so minutes, okay?
Like having you behind me and saying, put it there, and just saying, reminding me, fucking head up. Sorry for swearing. Start again.
It's all good, it's all good.
But yeah, you know, like just having him behind me because it's such a new thing for me. Having behind me say, lower, 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 right, there, that's the way it needs to be. Even though it feels like crap, it's uncomfortable. It's proving that, flip me, it's working, you know.
You know, something interesting to be said about that. I can't imagine ever a time where 400 kilos on your back would be comfortable. So it's just kind of how it's going to be. There's comfort for some people is sitting at home on the couch with a beer in your hand. So that's not what we're going for today. We want strong position. I can see from behind you where the right position is and you're able to achieve it. 420 coming up next. Let's do it.
Easy.
You need to bring it harder. I want you to push harder, okay? I want it to look like level 100. Because I know you can. I know you can, right? So I want you to focus from now, sit down, focus, no talking.
When the sun goes down on the river, it's time to chase the moonlight. I work hard every day for a working man's pay, but I'm letting loose tonight. I think I'm gonna rise up, riding high, ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Now I'm on the move, got nothing to lose, like a freight train off the tracks. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Snaking down through Cherokee, wash my soul in the river, that water's gonna set me free. It's time to rise up, riding high, ain't nothing gonna hold me back. Now I'm on the move, got nothing to lose, like a freight train off the tracks. Come on up the mountain, set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, listen to me. Come on up the mountain and set yourself free. Come on up the mountain, boy, listen to me. Fire's bright on the hills tonight. You can feel it all around. Let's climb up to the highest point and we all can scream it out loud. Come on up the mountain. Come on up the mountain. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. Come on up the mountain. Boy, listen to me. Come on up the mountain. Come on up the mountain. Oh, set yourself free. Oh, set yourself free.
350 for 5 was a back down set. The funny thing, I said we were going to discuss it, but it wasn't up for a discussion. I just said 350, and he said okay. That's it. That's his last heavy squat up into a competition. He will squat again, but that's a very successful squat prep. We couldn't have asked for a better finish leading up to this, so we're really happy. We do have other heavy days. We've got one more heavy bench press day, but we still have a few more light technique days here and there, but they're not hugely important. It's just about maintaining the skill. That's what the next sessions are going to be, practicing the movements, getting used to the competition calls, and getting used to the equipment. Come and check out the equipment. This is the same monolift that's going to be used. That's an AMFX Warlord. That's the same monolift that's going to be used at Big Dogs. That's why I got it. And this barbell, come and check it out. It's a Goliath squat bar, 25 kilo bar. It's thick and it stays nice and straight. It doesn't bend that much. It's a great bar, and that's what's going to be used in competition, which is my highest priority. To be honest with you, in my gym, I like to say I have the best equipment money can buy, but the highest priority is the equipment that's going to be used in competition, which always ends up being the best equipment that money can buy. So this is the reason why I invest in this type of equipment, so that when we have high-level athletes coming over here to compete in high-level competitions, they can practice perfectly. So that's what we're doing for Graham. We're giving him every opportunity to get everything perfect so that he's got the best chance of winning. Anyway, that was a successful day. Graham, come over here, mate. Come and say goodbye to my audience. You can probably hear I've lost my voice now. It's a lot of screaming happening there, a lot of excitement. But say goodbye, Graham. Where can my audience find you if they were to look for you on social media?
Instagram, Graham Hicks UK.
Graham Hicks UK. He's also doing coaching as well, aren't you?
I am now, yeah.
So hit him up if you need any coaching from the best British strongest man.
Britain's best powerlifter too.
Britain's best powerlifter, and hopefully the world's best powerlifter coming soon. Thanks for the session, man. Great job. Great job.
Till next time.
See you soon.